Alright, welcome. Today is going to be an interesting one. So, like I said in a previous stream, I've been thinking about starting a solo, or basically a new world to play in, while in the process, in the background, I will still stream my other world, but just kind of progress more because that takes a lot longer. So this will be basically a streamer-only world. My goals with it are basically I will only progress while streaming. That's what I'm going to do. When it comes to gathering materials and stuff, I'll probably do that off camera, but everything will be done on stream progression-wise. So, let's get this going. So, new world. Streaming start is what I'm gonna call it. So, let's create, let's go. Let's see how we get going with this. It's been a while since I've played GTNH from the start. This is gonna be weird. Alright. I'm very much, I don't know exactly what my goal is fully at the moment. I think I kind of on the lines of maybe trying to get the, healing axe, because now I know some stuff, I could possibly get that pretty fast. We'll see, though. I know, like, first goal is probably going to be get a bed. Okay, so while I load in... Alright, so first thing is, I like to do this in all my worlds, but right directly at the spawn point, I like to make spawn waypoint, so let's do that. I like to have it like that. Okay, so we've got spawn marked. So, let's get started. So, quest book, we can eat that away, don't care about it. So, to begin. I think to start, let's grab some wood to start with. It's been a bit. Been a very long time. I was thinking for a moment that this was RL craft and I wasn't able to mine the wood, but no, this is Great Tech New Horizons. I don't have that problem. I'm not playing RL craft. Okay, so that's a bit of wood. We want to also grab some food wherever we can. So quest book, quests, beginnings, blah blah blah. I need 8 dirt to survive the night apparently. Let's grab some dirt then. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Almost have the 8 dirt. Alright, there we go. First night, perfect. I get an apple. I'll save that just in case. Now. So. What I want to do is actually come back up to the spawn. One thing that, if you don't know about GTNH, some people dislike it, some people like it. I don't mind it, and I'm gonna do it. And you guys can complain if you want. You have access to /set_home. So /set_home spawn. Alright. So I can come back to here, which is gonna be what I want, because I plan on doing a shit ton exploring, like, right off the bat. My goal is to get the healing axe, and to do that, I need to do some specific stuff in a weird way. We're gonna grab these gardens, because I will need the food. That I can't grab, those I can't grab, they're not fully grown yet. I'm just gonna bring them along with me. I don't want to break them for the food just yet. I want to kind of wait till I need it before I do that, and I'm pretty sure I just saw a witch there. Nice. So, where to go? I think we're just going to keep going off this way. Collecting anything that's kind of useful, valuable at the start. I know exactly what I'm looking for. So, to kind of, I guess, summarize what my goal is. My goal would be, if I can this stream, I'm not going to say that it is 100% going to happen, but my goal would be to get the healing axe. Now, there's 2 ways to get it. There's the way that is, I guess, quote-unquote the intended, which is the quest route, which is possibly a way to do it that I could go for, but if I want to get it this stream, that's not going to be the way of getting it. It's going to be too slow, it's not going to happen. So, instead we have to do a different method. While out exploring, there's a bunch of dungeons you can come across by a mod called Roguelike Dungeons. There's one in particular, it looks like a wizard tower, basically. A big stone wizard tower with some glass windows. That one in particular is the one that we're looking for. Every other one of the roguelike dungeons, to me, I don't really give enough of a shit about. But that one dungeon, the reason that one in particular is important is within it, it has a small chance of spawning a room that has an enchanting table. And that enchanting table is where we can actually allow us to get the healing axe. Because by getting access to the enchanting table, you can do the ritual to awaken the division sigil. And to get the division sigil, you normally need to kill the wither. But you can also get that by, what's his name? Looting certain Thorncraft-based structures in the overworld. So by doing that, you can get both the enchanting table, the division sigil awakened, and by awakening it, you can make the, what's his name? Unstable ingots, which you need to make the healing axe. So, theoretically, I can get the healing axe within 1 day if I do it this way. It requires a bit of luck on my part of finding the structure, but if I do, it's going to be a real good start. The other thing that I'm looking for while exploring at the moment is another one of those roguelike dungeons. There's a brick one in particular. It comes with some pretty handy loot, but the main thing that I want from it is the bed. So then I don't have to worry about the night. So we're gonna try to find that. We need to find those two structures, preferably as fast as possible for the bed one. The bed one is going to be the one that's kind of key. I can probably start running a bit, so I'm going to do that. Just have to be careful because, you know, I will definitely run low on hunger, and food is a thing that I need to worry about. So there's this structure here. This can contain some loot, bacon, garnets, crowbar, tin. So let's continue going around. Let's see if we can find this. This seems to be snowy up here, which I don't like the looks of so much, so we're gonna avoid that, I think. I'm gonna go more this way now. And didn't mean to take damage, but whatever. As long as I don't die, I guess. So let's keep going. And one thing to just keep in mind is if you decide to do something like this yourself, while you're exploring, basically just take everything you kind of can along with you that you can see and you have the inventory space for. The things to keep in mind are basically there's a lot of stuff you kind of don't like. It can be, because it's a lot of inventory management this way, you really have to kind of pick and choose what you bring with you, what you don't. You have to very much kind of figure out like what you want to bring with you, what you don't. For newer players, it can be a bit harder. Even for myself, I find it troublesome at times because like you know so many good things to bring with you that, you know, you start bringing all of them with you and you don't have the inventory space. So you have to kind of figure out and manage what you do and what you don't bring with you. That's where I guess the set home can come in useful, how I can go back to my home and put stuff in a chest if I decide to make a chest and do that. But you also just have to keep in mind generally, like, what you want to keep with you, because it does matter a huge amount. So yeah, I tend to stick with keeping the gardens on me, because the gardens are, if I do decide to go that route for the healing axe, then I have them. But the other thing is, it's just food to help you while you're exploring. So that's another reason for it. There's another one of those hay monsters, which are a good thing to keep in mind of where they were. And I also saw some sort of house up there, but it's not the one I'm looking for, so it doesn't really matter. So let's just keep going. We need to find, as some people like to call them brick veins, basically. Because that's what they are. They literally are just brick veins. That's all they're used for, getting bricks. Alright, so hopefully we can kind of get lucky, maybe. Just need to get one of this first building. I need to get the beds. The bed's going to be the most important thing, because nighttime in this game kind of sucks, especially with the infernal mobs. So yeah, that's going to suck. But also because it will allow me to explore more, because I don't have to worry about the night. I can just skip it, because I will be stopping whenever it becomes night if I don't have a bed, and having to like basically dig myself into a hole. Oh, there's a village. Do these actually come? I can't remember if these come with beds or not, so I guess I'm gonna find out. Ooh, there's one of the roguelike dungeons, but not the one I need. That one is, one of the castle ones. That one doesn't mean shit. So, unfortunate. Unfortunate we didn't get lucky. That happens. Oh well. Let's just continue move to this villager then. Also, while I'm doing this, I'm gonna keep my eye out for nice looking areas to build a base, because I have not super huge ideas of what I want to do, but I have some ideas. In my old, what's his name? Or my main world, I basically have Void World base. I kind of want to do another Void World base, but at the same time, I'd also like to do a non-Void World base, so I think I may go with a non-Void World base. So that would be nice. Yeah, nah, forget about that, so just give me the chest plate. Is there anything in here? Nope. Take any useful things that I can. Actually, we'll take the torch. Torch is useful. You bitch. Of course it's gonna be like this. Let's break the cobblestone so I can access the chest. 2 apples and tongue of thingy. Okay, just take the apples. Nope, don't care about your trades. Just looking for loot. Oak sapling, I don't care that there's anything, because I don't think there is anything up there. Let's take some of these torches, because these will actually be quite useful when it comes to night. I definitely want these, so I'm gonna yoink them. Because then I can at least, you know, see in the night, even though I will be just stuck in a hole, which, look at this, it's becoming night already. That's gonna be problematic. I could stay here, or I could... Yeah, no, we'll stay here. So this is where the unfortunate part comes in, of we are just gonna be staying right here for the night. Just gotta make sure all this is lit up, because I don't trust shit. Yeah. So now we just have a waiting game. We have to wait through night. So yeah. Wait through night for this. Let's check. We can, do this, and we can claim the baguette. Give me a baguette. What else can we do? This technician coin. No, I'm not gonna bother. Actually, I'll just tick these off, but I'm not gonna claim them, because it's just items that are gonna clog my inventory, so... Unless it's like something actually useful, like this, a cookie. Any different foods I can get on my hands would be nice. Brain jerky? Sure, I guess. Food. Any food is nice. Berry, let's yoink that. Apple juice, yoink. Need gravel and some more wood for this. Then... tips and tricks area, that, oh yeah, that already has these. Up tiering loot bags, yeah, blah blah blah. What are these? Interesting. Okay, I think that's kind of like all I can kind of do for now. Bit unfortunate, but oh well. I don't have any flint, because I was too lazy to get some, which means I can't even craft a crafting table or anything. Oh well. Is what it is. So, yeah, this is why I wanted to try find the structure for the bed, because, like, I mean, I could go ahead and try and craft it. It's a bit of work. Carpet. You know what? We'll keep, while we're exploring, when it becomes day again, I'll start grabbing the materials when I see them for the bed. If I don't get the materials for it, and I just find the structure, sick. If I get the materials for it, then sick, I guess. Either way works for me, I think. Yeah, that sounds like a pretty decent plan, I think. Let's, claim this one. There's an apple there. Can stack with my other apples that I've got. I love how this is a command block for the quest book and stuff. I don't need that. Oh. This is interesting. Can trade for the saplings there. Interesting, interesting. Let me, there's one thing I want to check out. Where's the... Oh, the tab for trading stuff is gone, because it's been replaced with it being in here. Ah, okay. That's kind of sucky, because I like that you were able to see them all in one area, because it makes it a bit easier, but, I mean, sure, I guess. Yeah, this is gonna suck. Now, while we're waiting, let me look on the map, because depending on where... Honestly, I kind of don't like the area that I'm in, so I may go back to spawn once it hits day, and then travel, like, this way. What's this way gonna be facing towards? That's some direction, but over this way, I think, might be the goal. So, if I go on map, if I face this direction, I am facing... Does it say where I'm facing? Let me F3 to check. F3 facing west. So yeah, we'll go west once it turns day. Because this area doesn't seem to be too great. I don't really like this biome. I actually kind of like the biome that is around spawn. Like, I'm honestly even thinking maybe building a base here. But I have some other ideas, so maybe I won't, but we'll see. We'll wait and see. I love how I decided to start this as a, you know, less of a waiting game version of what I was doing, because the amount of waiting, but it's a waiting sim at the moment because it's goddamn nighttime. The irony. Oh well. We'll be good soon. Can I see where the moon is? Okay, so it's midnight currently. So we're getting through the night slowly. And yeah, honestly, I think if I slash spawn, it will be the better option, because then I don't have to worry about the mobs that are around here. And, yeah, going off in a different direction is good, because this biome kind of sucks, and the snowy biome also kind of sucks. I don't want to deal with them. I prefer to deal with just kind of forest and stuff. It's a better choice. Goddamn moon. But yeah, this is gonna be an interesting series, I think. I do have some ideas of things I want to do. I very much kind of want to... I wouldn't say break open the game, because I know a lot of mechanics now, and I've learned a lot of stuff, but I haven't learned exactly how to crack it just yet. There's some things, if you've watched the YouTuber Goose, Necrotic Goose, I love his videos. They are amazing to me. And there's some stuff in there that's real interesting, real cool. And some of the tips and tricks that I've seen from him, I kind of want to use in here. I like a lot of the crazy stuff that he's done, and I very much want to do that. So we're gonna definitely try and crack this open a bit. There's a lot of interesting mechanics that you can kind of abuse in certain ways to kind of benefit yourself, which are kind of interesting. One of the ones that you know now is the one for the healing axe. That one's going to be a fun one to deal with. There's EXP, like the, what's his name? The over enchanter from Thorncraft can be used to over enchant a spike infinitely. You can technically do other items. I don't know exactly how it works with that, but it has to basically, there's like, when you over enchant an item with it, it gains a tag called over enchanted, or some tag over enchanted, some sort of tag that represents that, right? By gaining that tag, when you put it back into the over enchanter, it won't allow you to over enchant it again. So if you can find a way to remove that tag, you can enchant it again. Then if you can remove it, you can enchant it again and again and again. So you can just go up infinitely with it. The way that's the simplest is with the spike. If you take a spike, over enchant it, place it down, and then break it, it removes that tag, allowing it to be over enchanted again. And you can get infinite levels of enchantment on it. And the way that enchantments work in this game is it goes up to, I don't exactly remember what it's called. It's one of the integer limits. And it's like 32,700 and something. It's somewhere around 32,000. But you can go up to that, and it gets weirder. I don't know how it would work in this, but because it goes up to an integer, there's a thing called integer overflow, where it will basically eventually cycle back around. If you go up to the maximum and then over enchant it, what would happen is, theoretically, it should go to 0, then go to, go to 0, then -1, -2, -3, all the way up in the negatives, and then overflow back into 32,000 into the positives again. So, overflowing it could be an interesting thing to see. especially if you have something like looting, going in negative looting would be something very weird to see, and it would be interesting to know what it does to the spike. Because negative 32,000, you know, looting sounds hella weird. And who knows, maybe it has some other weird effect, especially since, like, you know, you're going into the negatives for it, but you're overflowing it, so maybe it does still increase it from the overflow and doesn't, you know, apply like a negative effect to the looting. So you just have higher and higher levels of looting going on, and it would get pretty crazy pretty fast. So that's something I definitely want to see about. Goose posted a video kind of recently, like showing off some stuff on the Singularity SMP. If you haven't seen that, I'd highly suggest going and watch it. And he's basically somewhat automated the process of over-enchanting stuff using stuff in LV, which, if I do it in my main world, I can easily get past that, because I have stuff that are way past LV, and automating it would be way easier. Right. Let's go to spawn. So 3, 2, 1. Okay, here we go. So let's go this direction. Grab these. There's some sort of light source here. Oh, it's a beehive. Okay. This is kind of swampy area. It's not terrible, I guess. Not exactly what I like from a spawn in this world. But, you know, I'll take anything at this point. I think I'm gonna kind of go a bit upwards like this. Maybe I just go straight this way. I'm gonna go straight north. Yeah, let's just go straight north, I guess, because I don't really want to deal with swamp too much either. There's a pig trapped in a tree there. We love it. Ooh, I actually like some of this terrain around here with the mountains. I have some ideas for base. I kind of want to keep it on the low. I have a couple of ideas, like one of the... I'll give you some insight. So I either want to do some sort of mountain base where I basically have an entrance into the mountain and it's, you know, sprawled throughout into there, but you also have like some section that's out into the overworld itself. So that's one idea. And then the other idea is in the Singularity SMP, one of the things that I saw there is Goose and his kind of crew are on like basically an island. And I'd really like to do an island base as well. So those are kind of like the two different ideas I'm currently thinking of. I don't... There may be something else to think of down the track, but those are my two mindsets for now. Something into a giant mountain, something that's on an island. At the moment, it's definitely looking like... Oh, wait. No, that's not what I'm looking for. I thought that was. Yeah, those are my two ideas currently. So, kind of, gonna go with one of those for the time being, I think. But we'll see. Who knows? Maybe I change my mind. Okay, so I also need to keep in mind, I want stuff for the thingy. Which means I also need to kind of keep my eye out for sheep. Because I need sheep to get wool. I don't think... Wait, I could be wrong, but it's been a while, but I'm pretty sure I can't get wool by killing sheep, can't I? That's something I need to keep in mind, I'm pretty sure. I could be wrong. I could be thinking of something else, but I think that's the case. If I find a sheep, I can try kill it and see if I get wool or not. Because I think you need, like, shears to do it. I don't know if they have to be specifically iron shears. Because I don't know if there's other types of shears in this. There might be, there probably is, but I don't know if I need them or not to get wool. So one of the other things that I kind of said, or briefly mentioned, was that you need the division sigil to be able to do this as well, and I said that you can get it from certain Thorncraft structures. There's basically, you'll find like a bunch of like obsidian Thorncraft structures as you explore around. There's one in particular, it's basically like, it's got like these, an obsidian base, some pillars, and then a chest in the middle. That one is the one that I know that can contain the division sigil. I don't know if there's other structures that can contain it. There probably is. But that's the one that I know of. So that's another thing we need to keep our eye on. They're pretty easy to spot because they're obsidian and they stick out like a sore thumb a lot of times. Especially the best way that I found to find them is deserts, or if you really want to, and if it comes down to it, the snowy areas, because they stick out even more because you just have like a white or sand background, and then you have like the obsidian, which stands out like a sore thumb compared to it. So that's another good way of doing that. But you can still find them in all the other places. It's a bit harder to see them at times, but you can still see them pretty easily. I see sheep on map up here, so we're gonna quickly run over to it. And we're gonna end its life to see if I get wool or not, because I don't think you do if you don't use shears. Alright, die sheep. Oh, no, you do. Okay. So I need to get 6 wool total. Yeah, fuck off, sheep. Okay. So next is, we also need to keep eye out for some gravel, which I could have gone back to that river over there, but I'm not gonna bother with it. I'd rather just continue along. I also see some more sheep up here. I need to get 6 wool total to be able to make a bed, because I need it to make the, what's his name? The carpets, and the carpets take 2 each. Alright, there's another wool, so we're 2 away, and yep, there's enough sheep here, by far. There's 1, alright, 1 away. The sheep should be it. And I'm needing to eat now. Alright, there we go. Let's eat up. There's that. I have baguette. We'll eat some of the singular foods just to keep inventory a bit cleansed and easier to deal with. Okay, so we need more wood. So give me some wood. We'll grab like, let's grab like 10 or so. Probably gonna need a bit more than that. Give me a bunch of wood, please. Thank you, game. Yeah, let's just grab 10. We'll see where that brings me to start with. I'm probably gonna need more, but at least it's a starting point. I don't know if I need... Oop, I didn't pick that up. Okay, I don't need that feather. I don't need that sapling at the moment. There's some water down here. So let's see if we can find some gravel and grab some flint. Because that's the next thing. We want flint. Okay, so this. Another one of these. Okay, we want flint. We need gravel. Here's gravel. Perfect. So, let's try and grab some flint. Can I just turn this into flint in some sort of way? Yeah, I can. I swear you could, and you can. Okay, so this... can I just do this? Yeah. And then it's this and this for crafting. Oh, no, it's actual logs. I need planks anyway. Okay, so that works. So next is... It's been a while. Can I just make sticks regularly? Yeah, okay. So we're just gonna make a crafting table the regular way, it seems. Or make a bed the regular way, it seems. So I need... how many does that give? 2, 4... So, is that enough? No, that's not enough. I need more. That should be enough. I'm gonna need more wood. Let me grab some. I just want to keep oak wood. I don't want to grab others because I don't want to mix match. I don't like fucking mix matching. Makes it a fucking annoyance. Especially since sometimes the recipes don't like you mix matching. Sometimes they do. Depends on it. It's been a while since I've done, like, this early part of Greg Tech, so I don't remember if it technically hates mix matching or not. But yeah, it's just something to keep in mind. So, I need 1, 2, 3. Oh, wait. No, that is enough. So this. And then this. Alright, now I've got the fences. Now to make the bed. Oh yeah, I need a soft mallet of some sort. Soft mallet. It's been a while. How do I make a soft mallet? Just that. Okay, that's easy. 2, 3, 1. Alright, this, soft mallet, and then what we can do is this, and I need a tiny bit more wood again, and I should be able to make a bed, and that means we can go exploring and not have to worry about the night anymore. So that means we can just keep going on. And that also kind of means that one structure that I needed is kind of useless now, so we can just continue along exploring for the structure I'm looking for more than anything. So that makes life a bit easier. I guess if I do see the structure the bed comes in, it would probably be, before I find the other one, it would probably be kind of worth it because it'll have some armor up in the top chest, which I don't think this one has a top chest for, which is kind of annoying, but it's not terrible. Okay, so if I do this, and then this, there we go, bed. We are good to go now, so let me break this. Alright, and let's continue. So that is one of the things that I wanted to get done, and it will make exploring a hell of a lot easier because now we don't have to worry about nighttime. We can just skip through it. So now it's all a matter of trying to find the structure now, or trying to find structures that I need. So that's awesome. I fucking don't trust, like, anywhere I go a lot of the time because of fucking void nodes. Those things messed me up in my first world, pretty fucking bad, so yeah, I don't trust them with a 10-foot pole. You gotta be so careful exploring at times, because you'll find if you find a void node, you're fucked, and if you know what I'm talking about, yeah, it's a fun time. And that tree I also very much don't trust. Oh, there's a cave spider. I need to run. Ooh, this is actually kind of good for us, desert. Because, like I said, the structure I'm looking for sticks out like a sore thumb, so that works out very well. We'll get across the river, and then we're gonna sleep. Yep, okay. Now we can sleep, hopefully. There we go. So now we're good. Pick up the bed, and we continue along. Okay, so let's go up here. It's also kind of good because I'm pretty sure the structure that I'm looking for can also, like, I don't think it's restricted to any biome as far as I know. So it should be able to spawn here, which means it will also stand out like a sore thumb compared to the backdrop because it's mostly cobblestone, and I think there's a bit of wood, but you'll notice it on the map when you see it. So we can keep an eye out for that as well, and we can also just keep an eye for any kind of structures that I know of that are quite good. So that will be quite useful. This is unfortunately one of the shittier deserts, because there's ones that are kind of like more flat, which is the one that I kind of like more than anything, because then I don't have to worry about traveling up such a high cliff. Okay, so over there, that platform there, that one is not the one I'm looking for. That one has, like, basically some cultists and stuff that spawn with it. If not, yeah, it's not the one I'm looking for. This is the one that I'm looking for. I love how it just pops up here. This one has a chest in the middle that can contain a bunch of nice loot in it, which we're gonna yoink a lot of this. But most importantly, it can contain that division sigil. So we just need to get lucky now and get a division sigil from it. Let's have this. The other thing that would be nice is if we can get some more of this epic bacon, because you can't, you may know for Greg Tech, you can't eat foods repeatedly, unless you wait a long while before you can eat it again. But epic bacon's kind of a really good source because it basically maxes out your hunger and stuff, so you don't have to wait as much. I also see, yeah, that's the one that we don't want. Let's go down towards this way. Yeah, this is pretty good. I can see that, I'm pretty sure the one that I see on the map is just the one that's over there, which is the one that's, not the one we're looking for, and I don't want to go near because it is kind of deadly. Those cultists can be quite strong if you're not prepared, and I know I'm gonna need some sort of gear when it comes to this dungeon that I'm looking for to be able to find the room and get what I need. But you can kind of just use the loot that's inside of the dungeon, as well as the fact of, what's his name? the room that you're looking for, since you're looking for a specific room on map, is the best way to do it. If you just try and search for that on map and, you know, tunnel your way to it, it means you don't have to deal with the mobs, which is nice. Also, there's another one of the dungeons that I'm not looking for over there. It's a different one. It's another castle compared to the Wizard's Tower, which is unfortunate. That gives barely any food, but screw it. I'm just gonna use it till I'm down to bacon. Let's go this way now. I don't see anything else on the map, and it seems like the desert's starting to end a bit, which is a bit unfortunate. It seems to be extending over this way. Or maybe. Maybe it's about to end. As much of the desert as possible. Actually, you know what? That's one thing I want to do. I completely forgot about it. I was going to do this ages ago, but I want to increase my render distance to 24 chunks. Because I'd like to have a high render distance. It's just the way that I am. Especially since a lot of, like, that's the one thing. Like, technically this is a bit, like, quite a bit inefficient just exploring, like, the way I am. Compared to, like, you know, you could progress a lot further with just, you know, kind of going on. But I kind of like the exploring aspect and doing this for a while, and then sitting down making a base, especially since this does have, like, quite a lot of benefits. Like, you can get a lot of really good loot by just, you know, exploring. So that's what I kind of want to do at the moment. And, you'll be along for the journey. Hopefully we can get lucky and find either the Division Sigil or this structure. This is like the jungle type area. I don't really like these goddamn jungle biome-ish areas. What are they called there? No, it doesn't count as a hot desert. Fungi forest. I hate the fungi forest area. It kind of sucks in my opinion. I dislike it a lot. Let's get up here. Kind of low on hunger. We'll have an epic bacon. As you see, it fully maxes out your hunger. I'm just gonna sprint for now. When I get down to the actual hunger bars instead of saturation, that's when I will start walking again. Because being able to sprint is nice. That's like the main reason that you want to get the healing axe, just so you don't have to worry about food. Because, like, it's just a pain in the ass in this. Because, like, you know, you're kind of limited in food by, you know, you have to eat different variants, and it makes it real annoying. And, you know, carrying a bunch of different foods on you sucks. Like, sure, there's the what's the name of it? It's the lunchbox, I believe, that you can put, like, a bunch of different foods in, but, like, even then, it's still kind of sucky and miserable and just an annoyance. So, doesn't make it fun, in my opinion. I think the food mechanic needs, like, some partial change to make it better. Because, like, I can understand them not wanting people to have the same food over and over, but it feels just really bad having to eat so many different foods so often, and with how fast your hunger goes down, it really sucks. That's why, like, the healing axe is such an important early game item that people tell others to get, because, you know, hunger sucks. And if everyone's doing one thing to solve that, it kind of shows that there's a problem that needs to be dealt with. So, I think they should change it, because, you know, it's obviously not a fun game mechanic, so change it. I like the idea of, you know, food, if you eat a bunch of different variants, gives you health. That's cool. That's, like, a good benefit of it. But being forced to eat all these other different foods, so, like, commonly is the problem, I think. So, yeah, that's an annoyance, but oh well. Let's, get up here. Nothing over here, damn. Not getting lucky with this desert. Ooh, there's one of the brick houses, which is the one that I don't you know what, we'll go over to it. Oh, there's a village over there. Yeah, we're gonna do this. So this is the one that I was trying to look for before I got my bed. This one contains a guaranteed bed in it. It also has a chest up the top that has a tiny bit of loot, so there may be some good stuff in there. Might as well check. Which is nice. And then I'm actually gonna go into, I guess, the Winter Wonderland forest to try and find stuff there. Because why not, I guess. But This is nice. I'm glad that I found this. There's some rubber trees around. Nah, I won't bother. Can't be fucked. Because I need to specifically get the fucking sapling, and it's either going to be easy or annoyance. And I can always find more pretty easily, I'm pretty sure. I say that, and then when I need to go find them, it's going to be an absolute fucking nightmare. Watch it. I'd place money on that. I'd 100% bet that that would be the case. Okay, so let's get over to this. And we'll just call it Brickvein 1 as well. Label it on map so we know, because we definitely want to keep these labeled for future use in future stuff. So let's get up here. Piss off that thing. So what we're gonna do... No, wrong thing. What am I doing? I'm having a stroke. I'm clicking all the wrong buttons. Right where my player is. Where are you? Let's do this. Brick vein 1, and let's give it like an orangish reddish color, like there. Brick vein 1, nothing in there, nothing there, give me that. I can't eat the cake at the moment. Go upstairs. I don't like the white bed, I want the red bed. Okay, stone sword. Grab some of this, grab some of this. Sure, give me the bow, give me that, give me that. Milk clay bucket, weird. Yeah, nah, I'm good. I think that's all I really want. So let's clean up the inventory just a tiny bit. That can go here, there's that. Okay, actually, this, that. We can get rid of the gravel for now. We can get rid of the flint, get rid of the stick, dirt. One singular plank can go. And let's continue exploring. And accidentally pick that back up. Of course I did. So let's go over to that village now. So, let's make the way over there. Give me this, because it's a different type of food. I want to have as many different types of foods in this world as I can. In my main world, I didn't care about the food system, and I'm so far along that damage is, like, something I don't deal with, and, like, I have now the Sword of the Cosmos, which literally one-taps everything. There's not one single thing it can't one-tap. So, it's just a matter of kill it before it kills me if it does that much damage, and a lot of time, I'm not going to be fighting anything that's going to be doing damage to me, and I'm not fighting anything ever, basically. Like, the only thing that I can think of that could be a threat, which I've already killed one now, is a Chaos Guardian. And I didn't have a problem with it because I was in Draconic Armor, which is the second best, like, gear other than Infinity, I believe. And, like, I don't give a shit about Infinity. And I see something getting attacked, which is interesting. But also, it is about to be night, so I need to sleep. Come on, let me sleep, game. Alright, now we pick this back up. I'm not gonna worry about the food here so much, because it's not too worrisome. I actually need to be worried about the wolves, I just remembered that. I also don't think there's anything in this village that's useful. Yeah, pretty shit village. Let's get out of here. Alright. So now we can eat this. Give me this, because that's the next thing, and that's a wolf I want to get away. Okay. I also... Ooh, okay, hold up. There's a couple of things I see over this way. There's some wolves there I need to be careful of. Let's just run past if I can. Let's see, can I get some more epic bacon from this? That's very good. That's some more crazy good food. As much of that as possible, please. Oh, there's a slime island. That's good to know of as well. I tend not to mark a lot of things on my map because I tend to, you know, just kind of look on my map to find them. But when I do see some stuff that I'm, like, close to or can, I will mark it. I may not mark this one because I just can't be bothered. For the Sky Islands, they're very noticeable on map, so I'm not going to bother about it. But stuff like that Brickvein one, like, that one's a bit more uncommon. You can't notice it as easy. So I'm gonna mark those at least. There's another one of those portals, but not the one that can contain the items, unfortunate. Nothing over that way. So far, yeah, I don't really see anything, which is kind of unfortunate. Structures are being a bit of a bitch. It took me a while to find that brick one, because normally those are actually, like, really commonly easy to find. Like, I remember finding so many of those. But it took me a while to find one in here, and I found a lot of the other one that I just don't care about, which is the castle. Castle is garbage, in my opinion, honestly, especially when, like, these other two have got way more utility from, or way more use to them compared to that. Let's just keep going. Yeah, this is gonna be a bit annoying. I'm honestly debating maybe going back to spawn and heading, what is it, the opposite direction? Or another direction instead. Oh, actually, it seems to be kind of clearing up out of snow here into other biome. So maybe... Also, why am I going through the pack of wolves? Oh, it's not the ones I'm thinking of that can kill me. The dire wolves or whatever they are. I'm pretty sure they're just called dire wolves, or like the big ones that will attack for no reason. Just don't want to get killed, because I have some pretty decent stuff on me at the moment. One of the things that I very much learned when playing like a lot of mod packs, because I played a ton myself. I've played just so many, but one of the things I learned is, like, everyone has their different play styles, and like, you can go so many different routes to something, and it's one of the most enjoyable parts of it, because Greg Tech, I think, really amplifies this in such a sense, of, like, the way that you would go, in your pack. Obviously, somebody is gonna do a different way, and Greg Tech is a big, big way of doing that, because, like, for instance, vacuum nukes, or vac nukes, you can go so many different ways of automating them, and there's so many different possibilities, and it brings this kind of aspect of, like, you can try all these different ways of doing it, and some may be better than others, some may have downsides compared to others, and it brings in new ideas of how to automate it when, you know, it would be a bitch to. And it's very interesting to see what people come up with, because, you know, I never knew about Steve's Factory Manager until my friend told me about it. And the automation capabilities of stuff that I was doing before was a lot of, like, AE or weird just stuff that I was doing. But after being introduced to Steve's Factory Manager, it changed the way that I can automate stuff, and it is a lot better in my opinion. I think it's amazing. I also do see something on map that could be what we're looking for. Could be wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. Wait, is that the cherry tree? Hold up. Oh, it is. Okay, I thought that was more of a wooden look. Like, it looks like wood on the map from where I can see it at the moment. It's not. It's just actually pink, but it's dull pink. Okay. Interesting, interesting. And there's my absolute worst enemy ever, the Hobgoblin. I'm gonna do some stuff with them. I'm gonna violate them. I'm gonna nuke their houses. I'm gonna send them to the graveyard. They're gonna meet somebody. I hope it's Satan. That's gonna be in my main world, I think, though. I may do it in here as well, but I have the Draconic Power Sphere, like the core of it. Not the one that I can't remember the name of it, because there's two different ones, but they're basically the same thing, except they have different purposes. There's the one that holds power, and then there's the one that generates power. And I have the one that generates power. So you can use that to make a huge explosion, which is, like, I think, like, I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's the biggest explosion you can really do in GTNH, because TNT is big and it's crazy good, but, you know, you need to scale it hugely. There is a nuke item in GTNH, but the nuke item is from some other mod, I can't remember, and it is unaccessible. You can't craft it, you can't get it. It's not something you can get. So nukes are off the table. The only option is the draconic power sphere. So yeah, that kind of sucks. Actually, wait, hold up. I don't know if I'm. Ooh, huh? Must have been one of the plants, or there's a zombies, or maybe a zombies effect because I can see it on map. But there is. I could be thinking of a different pack, but with the like, what's his name? The rockets going to other planets. There's like one of the planets I remember being one that was really weird. Like I'm pretty sure it was like made out of slime or something fucking funky. But I also remember, I'm pretty sure there's nukes on there, the nukes that I'm thinking of, and I'm pretty sure you can mine them. So maybe if that's the case, I can get those nukes, but I don't know how big they are. So it could be something I could test out at some point as well. I may look into that. This area is also very nice. I like the look of this area around here. But unfortunately, I'm not liking the looks of not finding what I'm looking for. There's a slime island over here as well. Damn. That's unfortunate. There's one of these here. Chance of getting some more of the epic bacon or this other stew. Epic bacon, yes, and I got a burger. Okay. I will wait to eat the burger till I'm lower on hunger, because I prefer that. That works out very well, especially the epic bacon. The epic bacon is kind of like what I'm looking for when it comes to those, because food is something that I need to deal with till I get the ceiling axe the crazy way. Come on, game. Just gotta get that luck to, proc and get the structure that I need. And the other, I just realized something. The other kind of scary thing with this is, even if I get the luck to find the structure, I need to get the luck that it spawns the specific room that I need, because it's actually not a guaranteed room. That's why this way can be a bit more difficult in some aspect, but also, like, it can be way easier, because the amount of, like, tofu and, like, other stuff you need, it's not exactly, I'd say, hard, but just, it's a lot of sitting there, taking tofu, adding water, doing it over and over, and it gets real annoying. Plus, I've done that myself already, and I'd really like to give this other way a go. I'd like to try and see what it's like to do it this way, because it's a completely different way of doing it. And trying to give different ways of stuff a go is interesting. Like, I want to try, I don't know, I partially want to try different power sources in this, but also don't, because, like, power is one of those things that I want to try different things, but if it's so good and so easy and so available, I'd rather do it the easier available ways, because I want to focus more on the, you know, kind of building my machines, building all sorts of other stuff, then more so trying to deal with power, because yeah, power isn't something you want to exactly deal with. You just want to have it solved so then you can progress in everything else, which is one thing that annoyed me for a long time in my world that I was working, was just power was problematic, because you can use steam power for quite a while, but expanding it and getting it up to a quantity where you don't really have to worry about it is really, really hard when it comes to steam. And, you know, there's oil, and oil, I think, has its own downsides of, like, there's some things have come out I've seen where you can generate it now. But even then, it's like, it's not as good. So I kind of went through a more painful route, which is the benzene route. Benzene is a fuel that I really like, and I may do it in here, I'm not sure. But basically, you burn wood in a paralyzed oven, and you do some stuff with other stuff, and you get benzene. It's been a while since I remember all the details, but basically, benzene is the way that I liked. The problem with it, with where it is compared to, like, steam and oil, is it's a bit further on, and it would take you basically, like, kind of pushing towards it to be able to get it. And that's what I did. I pushed towards it to be able to unlock it and use that. And oh boy, was it painful to get there. But once I got there, oh my god, it was the best thing ever. It was so nice, and because of like the fuel the fuel density basically compared to something like Steam, you just I just didn't have to worry for so long. And upgrading the setup for benzene was just walk in the park. It's the easiest thing ever. So yeah, that's something that I may try in here again, but I also kind of, like I said, want to try other routes, so there may be something else I go with. I kind of want to do, maybe try oil, because I did, like I said, there was someone that, there was a video that I saw that's like, they found a way to like, basically early on produce oil. So I may do that, because oil is still pretty fucking good. It's just more so, I think, the downside of having to go to pocket after pocket to fuel up on it kind of sucks. So yeah, I think the idea of infinite oil, with the method that they do, seems like a kind of way that I would want to try now, because it means I don't have to worry as much. That's like one of the reasons I liked benzene is literally the only thing you need is basically wood. You just need a passive supply of wood, which getting that is honestly really fucking easy. And then by automating wood, you just turn it into everything else, because the only other thing is it needs like nitrogen, which you just grab some compressors and some cells, and it compresses it liquid oxygen, and then you take that and, what's his name? I think it's centrifuge or something, and you basically get nitrogen. So it's really, really cheap, really easy. One's automatically just a renewable thing just by adding down, what's his name, 2 blocks, and the other one's just wood, which is done by, you know, adding down a tree farm. Like, it's super simple, super easy, good fuel. I like it just to be something that I don't have to worry about. Just something in the background. Ah, shit. I see another brick structure, and I see a village, but not what I need. Neither of these are what I need, unfortunate. That is real unfortunate, real sad. See, there is technically one other way to get an enchanting table, but it is a lot more luck-based, and to a point it is more annoying. The other way is from the loot games, and the problem with that is, you know, you need to find them, which can be... It can be easy, using, like, the, what's his name? The minimap, like I'm gonna be using to find this room in the structure that once I find it. But at the same time, like, they're very far spaced apart. They're just a bit of an annoyance, and I don't think I'm gonna really go for that, so, oh well. Also, just got another heart unlocked from eating different foods now, so sick. I'm still gonna loot this because there's, you know, stuff in here I want, I guess. Map. Where's the follow? Let's go here. Let's call it Brick Vein 2. I'll have 1 raw chicken. I don't want the salmonella, so goodbye. Give me torches, thank you. Give me this. Give me the bread, I guess. There's another sword, there's that. Yeah, I don't really see anything else of use in there that I care about. I already have a chestplate and stuff, so yeah, don't really give a shit. Now, where was that? It was down this way, I'm pretty sure, that village, so let's go over to it. I should be collecting these aluminum... Oh, that was zinc gravel? There's zinc gravel now? Yo. Because I've only ever seen aluminum and iron. That's sick. I didn't know that. Good to know. Damn. So there's this village here. So let's see what it got. This is where my inventory may become a big problem, and I may need to think about going to spawn and stuff. Actually, I just remembered something which may come in useful. Because you have access to set home. I'm pretty sure you have access to /spawn as well. So maybe I might get rid of my home, set my home here, /spawn to get to spawn, put stuff in a chest that I can loot from here. Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. If I can, I have to check if I can slash spawn. Okay, this house. Is there anything interesting in it? No. Okay, there's the library here. Yeah, I don't really care about anything too much at the moment from there. Yeah, this is definitely going to be where it becomes a problem inventory-wise, because, yeah. Okay, this is what we're going to do. Break this chest. Yeet, 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 yeet. Yes, thank you. Throw these away. Slash spawn, is that a thing? Yes, it is. Okay, so what we're gonna do, slash set home, or no, slash del home spawn, slash set home 1, slash set home, then slash spawn. Yeah, no, we're good. Come on, load in. What the fuck? I'm just... What the fuck? I have to dig through stone to get out of here? What the fuck? I don't want to cheat in this world, but I don't want to dig through particularly, like, several layers of stone for no fucking reason. Fuck you, nah. Loud cheats on, slash game mode. This is the one cheating I'm doing. Kids, screw that. What the fuck, game? I mean, I was gonna dig into the mountain to set, like, a, what's his name? Like, a little bit of a base, so I guess this works, but... What the fuck? Yeah, let's do that, and now... What the fuck? Thanks, game. So let's light this up, and we're just gonna make this our little hobbit home for the time being. What the fuck, though? That is wild. So, put the chest down, put all this away, this. We'll put the cotton seeds, I'll keep that on me. We'll put the gravel, the wood, and yeah, let's just put all the gardens away, because I'll get more of them. The purple drink, the bread can stay, that can stay, that can stay. Okay, slash, home 1. Which now it's gonna insta-teleport me because of that, which is, I guess, fine. Okay, so, let's take this, because I want this. This is always nice. Give me this. Crafting station, thank you. We'll take this. Tinker stuff is nice, I just don't know... Yeah, let's take all these. Because I don't want to take, like, as much, like, everything, but I do want to take, like, a good amount of stuff. Okay, that should be good. In here, there's nothing. I swear, like, one of those houses has, like, an item frame with stuff in it. There's a bit of coal there. Nothing there, nothing there. Is there a chest in here? Nope. Those ones don't contain anything that's useful. Does this contain anything? No. No. There's another one of these here, so let's, loot one of the things I want from it. Which is, or two of the things, actually. I want the chest, and I want the crafting station. Those are the two things I care about from this structure. Everything else I can yeet away. And because it's coming night, I need to sleep. Okay, come on. Let me sleep. There we go. And I got speed. Nice. There's another one of these. I'm not going to bother again with it. I've gotten enough, and I don't want to have to deal with the items. They're just annoying. Okay, so over here, there's this structure. I can't remember if this contains anything good. There's some glowstone in there. There's a chest. Paper's nice. Ink sacks I'll take, I guess. Actually, I probably should just take the chest itself, because I want chests. Okay. And... yeah, I think we're good. I think we're just going to continue exploring along now. So... what we're going to do is... where's one of the exits? Preferably this way. Don't see one. Oh, there's a... is that a bee house one? Because if so, I'm probably gonna loot it. This one may be actually useful, if it's the one I'm thinking of. Yes, give me the scoop. Yeah, nah, I'm just gonna leave that for now. At least I got the scoop. The scoop's nice. Let's get out of here now. So, I need to go along this stupid long path, I guess. And then I can get out. Okay, let's continue along looking for the structure again that I'm looking for. Come on, game. Just be nice. How about we get it real soon? Just give me the structure. Give me the enchanted table. And then we just, you know, we're good. How about that? How about that? Alright. There's another spot of oil over there, which is nice, I guess. There's a lot of oil spots, damn. Okay. Damn it, it's another castle. It's not the wizard's tower. Unfortunate. It's real annoying. This desert up here is nice though, because at least the desert can contain the what's its name? The Thorncraft structure I need for the division sigil. Which will be very nice if we could get that. It's also interesting to see Red Sand Desert. I can't remember if these were in when I was playing. I don't think they were, because I know like they've added a lot of the stuff from newer versions of Minecraft, so like Netherite, Deep Slate, all that. When I was playing Netherite, Deep Slate, all the new kind of blocks and stuff, they didn't exist when I was playing. So it's cool to see them in. It's also very fucking annoying, especially Netherite, because that's a processing line that I need to deal with. I want to cry at that. But yeah, it's just an annoyance to me, because so many different things now need it, and like it's just a pain for me to deal with. Come on. There's also another slime island up there. Not seeing any of the, Thorncraft structures, which is kind of, surprising. Oh, there's a silverwood tree over there. Oh, there's two of them. It's actually something I probably should keep in mind as well, the silverwood trees, because I do need them for Thorncraft. That's one thing that I'm, I think gonna do is, like, show off a lot of, like, the magic-based stuff, because I don't know. I've heard a lot of people say that, like, the Greg Tech community, like, a lot of them absolutely hate, like, magic. And, like, after playing through it, I can see why very much. It's not so much that it's, like, bad. Like, it's not that we hate the Thorncraft and all that. It's just kind of piss-poor implementation. It's just kind of shoddy. It needs to be more well-refined, which... I mean, I can understand, because, like, from a developer's point of view, there's a lot in this pack, and there's a lot that they're doing and changing and, like, adding and stuff. There is a hell of a lot. So it makes sense that, you know, it may not be done yet with that. But, I still think they should probably go over it sooner rather than later. And there's a lot of stuff that I feel that way about in this so far, this mod pack. There's a lot of stuff that's done really well, and I really like, and they're adding a lot of stuff that is very important, I think really good for the game, but at the same time, I feel like there's some certain things that they should kind of focus on a bit more than adding new stuff to kind of rebalance it and make it a bit nicer. And one of the things that I think kind of needs that at the moment is a bit of like the late game, because the late game, I find in certain aspects, like a lot of it's pretty good, but in some aspects, you're just waiting a huge amount of time on stuff. And like, not saying that it's a bad thing, like I still have things myself that I can work on, but like, a lot of it is just kind of waiting to a point and then waiting on some certain things to happen. Like at the moment, the one thing that I'm very much struggling on is like, I need to increase my crafting capabilities or auto crafting capabilities, but doing so is expensive as shit. And the things that would have helped me out, I can't do. So it's a bit annoying. But oh well. And no division sigil here. That is very unfortunate. And this is the holy water. So, oh wait, is this? Yeah, no, I think this is safe to drink. No, it's not. Poison. Fuck you. Actually, wait for my hunger to go down a bit more, because I think this restores more. Yeah, this restores a lot more than I thought. Okay, yeah, save that. Come on, game. This is, gonna be a bit of an annoyance, it seems. We really just want this structure. That's the one thing, like, going and exploring around your world like this can be a bit annoying, especially when you're exploring for one thing like I am at the moment. But doing this definitely helps you out in the future, because you know where a lot of stuff is. And like one of the things that I haven't really taken note of, because like I said, they're easy to spot on the map, is the slime islands. Those are going to be very useful for some stuff that I have planned. So that will be very much a good thing to kind of, you know, keep in mind of. I find them just too easy to spot on maps, so I just don't really, you know, mark them, because if it's easy to spot, why mark it, I think? It's more so stuff like those brick veins, like, to a point they do stand out on map, but they also don't, because the wooden roofs to them look very, just they blend in with a lot of the environment, where the bright, like, lime blue of the slime island, you notice it, like, straight away, basically. So, that's why I tend not to mark those, because you just notice it a lot easier, so why not? Why would I, basically? Oh, there's a AE meteor there. It's good to keep note of as well. Let me go over to it so it's on map at least, because that's yet again like another thing that I think is quite easy to spot, so why mark it? Come on. Get close enough to show a bit more of it on the map. There we go. Yeah, I just like to make sure that enough of it is on map that you can see, because, like, you know, you don't really have to have the full thing as long as you can see enough of it. See, the other thing is, I don't remember, like, the spawn, the way that these structures spawn, because I could be wrong, but I think the one I'm thinking of, the Wizard Tower, spawns in more mountainy areas now I'm thinking of it. So I may try explore more of the mountain areas, or at least around them to see, because, you know, traveling through them kind of sucks, but when you are, what's his name? When you're able to just, like, kind of go around the sides of it, so it's not really too much of a problem, it's not bad. Alright, let's have this beef Wellington to, have another different item and also increase different types of food eaten. Honestly, I was just thinking, maybe I could do, like, a funny little stream in the future of me on my main world trying to go through and eat every single different type of item. Like, every one. It would be a bit of an annoyance of a stream. It'd also be funny, but also, like, I have, like, quite a lot of stuff already, like, you know, at my disposal. So being able to do that might not be as challenging as, you know, you think, but it'd still be, like, a pain in the ass. Like, there's no doubt about it, it'd be a pain in the ass. But it'd be easier than, you know, doing it right now in this world. Especially when it comes to, like, if I need to find something, like, from, like, a tree or something, like, going around exploring in this world to get that. It's not super challenging, but it's gonna be slow compared to my main world where I have flight and I can just, you know, zoom around, like, fucking, you know, and find it real easy. Okay, come on. I tell you, the one thing that I kind of really loving about doing this so far is I played a lot of newer modded Minecraft before I got into GTNH, and there's a lot of, like, I love a lot of visual nice stuff, as well as, like, world terrain generation mods. I really love that. And the world terrain generation mods nowadays, they're really nice and they're really cool, but there's something about this terrain generation mod from this version of Minecraft that's just, it's another level of good, and I want it back. I want this terrain generation in the newer versions, especially with the new height limits, which isn't in here. The possibilities could be just so much nicer and crazier, because this is more like vanilla plus, I'd say, which, I mean, there is some vanilla plus, like, world gen mods, but they just, I don't know, there's something about these ones, this version of the terrain generation, that's just so much nicer. I don't know what it is, I don't know how to explain it, but there's just something about it that's way better. I don't know if it's just because it feels, like, more realistic to a point or something, but it's just nicer. And, like, I like to play with a lot of terrain generation mods, even just, like, when I'm playing, like, a base Minecraft world, if I were to say that, because, like, I find that the terrain generation in newer Minecraft, I think, kind of sucks to a point. It's not so much that it's bad, like, it looks stunning, it's amazing. My problem with it is, if you want to build on, like, a flat area or something, there's not really much flat terrain anymore, and the terrain is so much different that the build styles that I used to build with, just, they look really out of place now, and the old, you know, Minecraft terrain just fitted way better for those builds. And I think that this version of, like, the modded terrain is got that perfect blend of, it looks like, you know, a bit like older Minecraft, but at the same time, it's not too overwhelmingly crazy. I think it's just that perfect mix, which is nice. I'm also noticing that this is a pretty big, like, area that maybe is an island. Probably not, but, you know, it could be. Because I can see the river kind of bending up over there. Well, the way that I'm following. Which is, ooh, there's another fucking brick vein. God damn it. Of course, I gotta find another brick vein. It is just over here. And I also saw that, what's his name? Chest structure one, so I will go over to that in a sec as well. Yep. Brick vein right here. Better label this. Get down here. Break down here. And then... Oh, I got raw horse meat. I mean, that's another food. What am I doing? Map. We want this. Brick. Vein 3. Alright, there we go. When I can get a... Oh, I'm full on hunger, basically. Damn. This. Let's actually get rid of the ground gardens. The ground gardens are easier to find, and I want the... what's his name? The leather, because the leather's actually quite important. Now let's head out. I was gonna say, if my hunger was down more, I could eat a slice of the cake, but, I'm not gonna sit here and just keep jumping to do that. I'm not gonna do that. I just can't be bothered. Let's go over to this now. Let's see if we get lucky with the division sigil. I don't think I will. But we can always, you know, hope. So one thing that I will do is /del home 1 /set home. I'm just gonna call it 2, and then, like, you know, I can go back and forth between 1 and 2 just because I don't want to muddle them up. Okay, so /spawn. Put me in this stupid cave again. Yeah, of course you do. This away. This away. We'll keep that on me. Yep, okay, /home. And then /del. Actually, no, I'll keep the home just in case I die. So if I need to get back quickly, I can. Or get back to wherever I am easier. Oh, there's a bit of steel. That's, very nice. Don't really care about that. Weeds, yeah, nah, I don't really give a shit about the rest of it. Let's, continue along. Okay. I think we're just gonna keep continuing along. See, part of me thinks that... See, I don't know, like, how to, like, you know, mod structuring spawning works a lot of the time. Because, you know, there's different ways of doing it, as well as, like, you know, it's technically random, but some people add in, like, certain things to make it spawn in certain biomes, like, more often or stuff. And, like, I swear my brain's, like, thinking of, like, I swear I saw it in this biome more commonly, or I saw it in this one more, or not. So I'm trying to, like, you know, keep that in mind to see if I'm correct or not, if I find it easier. But at the same time, like, I could just be going nuts with it, because, you know, it could just be that. And I also do see that village over there. Am I gonna go to it? It's far away. I can't be bothered. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna go to that village. Yeah, this is gonna be a bit more of a chillax stream. I honestly don't think that maybe we will get healing axe today with the way that this is going, because I need to find the structure. Maybe, like I said, I kind of want to do all progression on camera. So what I think I'll do off camera, if I, depending on when I end stream, like, who knows, I may find it before then or not. But if I don't find it before the end of stream and I end stream, I'm gonna keep the progression part of, like, you know, going through the structure and all that on camera. But I'm going to at least find the structure. So I'll find it off camera, but on camera will be all the progression, because that's kind of like the goal that I want to do with this series. I want to kind of keep all the progression, all the things showing you, like, how to do a lot and get better at the game, from what I've, you know, learned and from when I've been playing, and pass that knowledge on to new people. But at the same time, like, you know, sitting there mining for hours, or sitting there exploring for hours upon hours upon hours and not finding it, because, like, this stream's gonna be, like, probably, like, an hour or two, or maybe a bit longer, of, like, just exploring, which, it's not unenjoyable, I guess, but it is a bit boring compared to some stuff. So I don't want to keep that, like, being the only thing that you see on stream. Like, I'm fine doing some streams where, okay, it is something boring, whether it be some mining, whether it be some exploring, like this one. But I don't want that to be all it is. I really want to show majority of just the, you know, the actual progression and how you can kind of speed stuff up for yourself. This is one where it's kind of hard to say, because in some aspect, yes, this is slower, but in some aspect, it's not, because, you know, you're getting a lot of benefit from just exploring in general, from finding all these things, like those brick veins, as people call them, finding the slime islands, which will be quite useful, rubber trees, if I were to decide to collect them, even just finding an area for a base that you may want. It's all, you know, good stuff. But at the same time, like, you could technically be progressing towards the axe itself, that way. But I find that doing that way it is kind of miserable, I think. Especially just I think the biggest thing for me that I don't like about it is just the crafting. The crafting with the water and you just having to go in and out of inventory constantly is really annoying. So doing it this way, I think, is the way that I will like more, especially since it brings, like I said, the other benefits of, you know, exploring, finding the stuff that you do, finding an area for base. I generally think this is the better way for me personally. Like, again, everyone has their own different ways, so you may think differently. You may think this is the worst way. But after doing the axe once, now I know about this way, I want to do this way. I want to give it a go, and honestly, I think it's a bit better in my case. I like it more. So, yeah. But let everything in this game be kind of, you know, inspiration as well as, like, a choice for you. You can take inspiration from the way people do stuff and, you know, do it differently than others, and, you know, you may come up with some sort of design for something that's completely different than someone else, and, you know, it may have its downsides, and it may have its upsides, but everything has downsides and upsides, technically, and you will learn as you go from what you've done, and you can improve on it and become better at it. That's what I've learnt throughout this. The more that I've done stuff, the more that I've learned, the better I've become, and the stuff that I sucked at, I've realized the problems and, you know, have changed in a way where I can make it a lot better for myself, which is nice. We're 4,000 blocks away from spawn, goddamn. This is kind of sucky. I don't want to go into the goddamn snow biomes again. I don't like them, especially when it comes to, like, exploring for structures. Main reason because is if you're in the snow biome exploring for structures, the snow lands on top of it, and then it just looks like white background. It doesn't look like a structure, which is really annoying. So that's why I don't like it. Plus, I also just hate snow biomes. I think they're fucking annoying. And there was one experience I had with the goddamn, like, slow snopes where they just kept on mucking up my running constantly. So it was bothering the shit out of me. Hated that. That was the worst experience ever. Piece of raw horse meat to eat. Must be very delightful. Come on. Come on, game. This seems to be opening up into a nice biome again. Damn. For the, I've been, like, trying to think of, like, what's the kind of, like, full goal for this series as well. Because this series is going to be, like, going through and teaching as much as I can. As for, like, the end goal of it, it's not going to be like my main world, because that main world, as you see, I'm in UEV, and I'm about to get into UIV. That's been my, it's not been my first world, I think that's, like, my third world that I've ever done, but I consider it my, like, first world that I've gotten crazy far into, because the other ones I gotten into, like, just before HV, and then kind of died, and just died in, like, you know, the sense of, like, couldn't be bothered doing it anymore, and stopped there. Where this one, I don't want to go for Stargate in this, because I'm going for Stargate in the other one, and I say that I'm going for Stargate, I am and I'm not. I never set the goal of Stargate. Stargate has always been, like, just kind of a bit of a dream. If I can get there, I can get there. But it's more so I'm progressing towards things that I see as big goals, or things that I want to achieve, and I've gotten to a point where I've achieved so many of those goals and so many things that I'm almost at Stargate. So that's technically where it's going to be. And that world, if I were to get Stargate, will be the Stargate world. It won't be this. So I'm thinking that in this world, I'm gonna, like, kind of split up into two series. I think the first part of the series will be getting into, like, all the way to MV, right? So teaching you, like, a bunch of stuff, learning to getting to MV, and things that can help you along the way. And then part 2 will be from HV all the way up to IV. And basically, the point of that part of the series will be kind of teaching you some of the more, I guess, intricate stuff when it comes to what's his name, the game, and how to really improve. And I'm thinking of it at the moment as well. I may do even a third part, which would be from Ivy Plus, which would basically be teaching you uh the really intricate stuff when it comes to like some multi-blocks. It would be teaching you like how to set up, water purification, how to set up multi-blocks in ways that are really beneficial to the way that you do stuff, because that's kind of where you unlock it at kind of like the end of Ivy and stuff. So that's where I think I'm gonna do. But the kind of goal for this series at the start, I think, is just gonna be teaching you up to MV. Maybe I go to HV, because HV I think is kind of the point where it would be nice. And I think from that point, I would basically kind of put a pause on the series, and I would do some more episodic stuff on YouTube, more video-based stuff that's just kind of tips and tricks, things to help you out to just, understand and get better at the game. Because there's a lot of things that, like, I don't know. Me personally, I'm hella autistic, I think. But there's certain things that I can understand it, but not fully. And those things that I didn't understand fully and stuff, I want to pass on to other people, because I think being able to understand those things, to be able to make it easier and to actually, get a grasp on how to do stuff is important. Because, like, there's so many different ways you can do stuff, and there's, like I said, good ways, bad ways, each have their ups and downs, and being able to show, like, my kind of understanding of my theories of why it's not good or why it's, like, great to use this is a good thing. Like, with vac nukes, right? That one was the one that I think really kind of inspired me to want to do a video about teaching you how to do it, and I'm still working on that video. Because there's so many guides online, and the thing that I found with them is when it comes to the different ways, each of them I felt had really big ups and really big downs. There was one using AE, and AE is a great way of doing it, but there is some delay between AE doing something and, it actually happening. And I found in some of my worlds, don't know exactly why, it could be something else, it could be due to TPS, ping, something or other. That delay was enough where the vac nukes would just detonate themselves. It's not nice. So I went and looked into other ways. There's a way that's done purely with redstone using I can't think of the name, but it's basically using like a redstone mod in here. And that way I didn't understand at all. It is fucking complex, and yeah, screw that way for me personally. So that was a way that I just didn't want to go. There was some ways using Steve's factory manager, and I didn't fully understand them. So I went through and made my own way of using Steve's factory manager with it, and yeah, I think it's one of the best ways that I can possibly think of doing it. And yeah, it's stuff like that I think videos I want to do on, because sure, there's gonna be ups and downs, even to my method. There are some downs to it, but the most of it tends to be a lot better than a lot of videos that I've seen, just because I just think there's certain things like that delay where it just doesn't seem like a good idea or a safe way of doing it. So I just wanted to do my own way of doing it and want to show a way that I think is better than others. There may be a method that I don't even know about that is better, but, by people showing off their ideas on YouTube for it, you eventually have all these different ideas, and who knows, maybe there's a solution from all these ideas that is perfect, that isn't, got any faults. But you can only do that, I think, as a group collectively by sharing the experience and knowledge that you know to be able to improve upon it. So that's what I like about this, being able to see different designs and being able to improve upon those designs where possible. So yeah, being able to share that is something I want to do a lot. Also, just want to share my, I guess, experience of this game. This game's it's very fun. I always you know, say like it's a hell. I wanna cry. I wanna get hit by a train playing this game, but I don't. I joke about it. It is very fun, but it also is very challenging. The one thing you very much need to do is set yourself smaller goals and smaller, like, see, I like to set them up into different goals. I have kind of the like, it's a dream goal if I can do it, but it's not, you know, 100% necessary, which would be Stargate. That's my above all else, just kind of in the background dream. I don't have it as a main dream. I don't have it as something I really want to achieve. It's just there, and if I achieve it, then sick. Then I have the major ones. So one of the major ones, which you may have saw me post in Torchlight's Discord, was getting Draconic Evolution armor. That was a big goal recently because I was quite close to it, and it's one of those ones that I really, really wanted to achieve, and I got it. And then there's one tier below that, which is basically the kind of like small things that lead up to the big ones. So all the small little increments have led up to Draconic armor that, you know, benefit me in some way or another, which is, I mean, one of them could have been the benzene power, right? That was technically a bit of a smaller goal, but by getting that, it unlocked so many other different things that it basically was a really good goal for me. So it's stuff like that that I think is worthwhile in people, I guess, figuring out for themselves. Trying to figure out, like, how do I set these goals to make it more realistic to me? Don't try and focus on the big goal of Stargate, because I'm sure that, you know, plenty of people have said this, and you may have heard it from a ton of others, is you don't focus on just getting to Stargate. By just focusing on trying to get to Stargate, you're going to have a miserable time, because you're basically working towards just that, and nothing else is really that much of importance to you then. And because of that, you get burnt out, and you don't want to progress as much. So setting those smaller and like somewhat larger goals, it allows you to get some sort of motivation boost because you hit a point that you think is really cool or really achievable. Like one that, I mean, to a point is, I guess, a big point in this, but also not, is the fusion reactor. Fusion, to me, in real life, I really like. I think it's a fucking awesome power source, and I hope that we can figure it out. But in here, because it was in here, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna set that as a big goal for me. And when I unlocked it, oh, best feeling ever. Getting those goals that you want are amazing. And it doesn't have to be, you know, some sort of crazy thing within the game. Like I said, I like about fusion in real life. And fusion is somewhat of a big thing in here, but not hugely when you first unlock it. So getting to that point and getting that goal of just, I want to get fusion because I think it's cool IRL, was enough of a goal to be quite impactful. So do stuff like that. If there's something cool in real life that you like that, you know, has a counterpart in here, maybe try and get it. Helps you set those goals. Don't always just think of it as a goal in, like, you know, the game sense. It could be a goal like I said with the fusion. Makes it a lot better and a lot easier to get along through the game. There is so many different, you know, goals that I've set, and I could go on for hours about it, but I'm not going to. But yeah, it's definitely one of the most important aspects of Greg Tech, in my opinion, or GTNH, Greg Tech New Horizons. Getting no luck yet again with the structure. Damn. I'm also getting no luck with the what's his name, Thorncraft ones, and it also, like, I'm not going over there because it looks like the desert's about to end. I'm also debating whether I go back to spawn and go, like, the last direction that I haven't gone. Because where is spawn again? Yeah, I might go, like, I could go... actually, no, yeah, I could go down this way, somewhat. Which would technically lead to where I am, because that's there. I'm trying to think how I do this. We're getting there slowly and surely. We're also getting, like, a bunch of decent loot as well. Like, there's a bunch of cool, like, things. Like, we got a bit of steel, which is nice. Because one of the things with exploring as well, with those, like, Thorncraft ones, you get, like, a lot of, like, different materials, like copper, steel, There's a chance for stainless steel and some other stuff. It's really good because it's just like a little small boost that can boost you along. So like if you're in the start of like, I don't know, like LV or no, you're at the start of NV and at like the end of LV, and you get like a material of like something that you can't produce just yet, but by getting that one small ingot of it, you can boost yourself along a shit ton. Because you can make like a bunch more of it afterwards. That's another good thing by exploring like this. You can get those and then it can just boost you along. Like, one of the ones that, it's not really, I guess, a boost in the sense like that, but one of the things I found so useful was in one of Threefold's, another YouTuber's video, he talked about in the, what's the name, the Twilight Forest, you can go and find those wells, and in those wells is a chest, which I had zero fucking clue that those existed in that, but, sure. And in that chest can contain void metal, which you can technically craft then, but it's a bit more of an annoyance and pain in the ass. It's a whole complex thing. But basically what you can do is find it in there, and by doing that you can use it to make the what's its name, like the powered version of like the wrench and the snips at a really, really good tier. It was a bitch for me to get all of it to be able to do that, but the payoff for it, oh, so worthwhile. It was one of those things that just helps you out because you can cut the wires faster. It's just got everything good about it, basically. I loved being able to do that. It was amazing. Also, getting some interesting terrain here. There's another mountain and there's Sky Island, and then there's the, what's his name, the AE meteor over there. This looks really nice, this area. But I don't think it'd be somewhere that I build, maybe. I mean, it could be with the huge mountain. There's been a lot of cool terrain. But also a lot of shitty terrain. I mean, that's always how it is. You always have some good terrain load in, and then you have, like, some shitty terrain, and you're just like, ah, shit. I swear, I'm so picky when it comes to, like, building a base, because if it doesn't really meet any of, like, all the requirements I want, I just refuse to build there. Like, there'll be, like, places, like, kind of like this, I guess, where you have, like, all these different biomes, and, like, this terracotta one that I can see in the distance, it would be enough to put me off this area, just because I don't want to look at some shitty, ugly terrain, which is, probably just, you know, a bit crazy, but, I mean, it is what it is, I guess. Plus, I'm not, like, always, that's one thing, like, you're always gonna be at your base, so you need to make sure it's somewhere that you like as well. So I guess that's one thing that is, I guess, good for me that I'm doing, is being picky about it, but at the same time, very picky about it. Probably shouldn't be. I don't think I'm gonna go into this village, because the villages don't really contain much that I care about. So I'm just gonna avoid it, I think. Yeah. I at least have it on map, so if I ever need it, I can reference it. Oh, the stupid fucking those things. Okay, yep. It's like, what the heck is damaging me? I know now. Okay. This is sadly being kind of uneventful, this trip. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna be doing some more exploring off camera, I think, if this is going the way it's going. Because I've only seen, like, I've seen a few dungeons now. I've seen, like, what, 3 or 4 of the castles. I haven't seen a single wizard tower. And we've seen 3 of the brick houses that we have marked for being able to get some bricks. But yeah, like, nothing too interesting so far, which is kind of unfortunate. Not even, what's his name, gotten Division Sigil from the, Thorncraft stuff, and, like, honestly, it's been kind of dry with those Thorncraft ones. Like, I remember finding a lot more. So, yeah, it's kind of annoying, but it's what it is. This area looks really nice. I actually really like around here a ton. Ooh, yeah, me like, and with the huge mountain. We found it! We found it! There it is. We found it, guys. We found it. That's the Wizard Tower. That is what you're looking for. Okay. Holy shit. Now, Now this is where things get interesting. Let's go over to these trees first, because I'm gonna need some extra wood for this. I'm gonna need to make a pickaxe, because it's gonna be easier if I do it with a pickaxe. I also just want some blocks in general to be able to kind of keep myself safe to a point. Holy shit. Fucking found it. Alright, that is awesome. Let's grab some wood. Let's do this. Holy shit. So, damn, this is gonna be interesting. So give me this, give me this. Need like 3 pieces to begin with, I believe. Because I'm just gonna place this here. No. Oh, I could actually make like a better tool with some of these, couldn't I? Can I make like a Damascus steel? I don't want to particularly use that. Can I use lead? Manganese. Can I use silver? No. Yeah, nah. Can I even use steel? No, I can't. Alright, let's, start with a pickaxe. Because we're gonna grab some cobblestone and just make a cobblestone axe, and then mine that faster, and then make, like... Oh, actually, yeah, grab me a bit more than that, because I will want enough for a pickaxe as well, because pickaxe is really what I want, but I also want an axe as well to be able to mine some wood faster, because I'm gonna need some. Okay, so we can grab another piece of this. I also need to sleep. Come on. Be night. Basically night. Come on. There we go. Okay. Give me this. And now this, and this, and now we can make a cobblestone axe. Or not. Am I retarded? Axe. Or is it change? Cobblestone axe. Oh, you need stone plates. Shit. You're a bitch. Where's that pickaxe that I had? Give me it back. Fine. Fine, I'll make a wood axe, you piece of shit. Me don't like that. Me unhappy. Okay, give me a piece of wood. Wait, did that? Wait, oh, wait, no, I picked it up. Good, good, good. Okay, and now I can make an axe. So let's grab some wood. Also pick up my crafting table. I might go to a different tree that's easier. Wait, fuck, I need to have World Edit installed, because I have, if you see here, Planning World, that I planned some of my builds out in for my main world, because one of the things that I like to do is plan everything ahead and figure out how I want it, just to make life easier. Especially when I'm very picky with how I like things to be. So that's why I do that, and because I had to enable shit, that's gonna be annoying, but oh well. So, let's grab some wood. I say we'll grab like 16 or so. I need a bit, but I don't need like a fucking super huge amount, and I don't want to sit here for a millennia. So this is one of the things that I find hard to say with Greg Tech, because I want to add, well, yeah, Greg Tech as well as like GTNH, is like, I want to add Vein Miner, because like, you know, I think it's something that makes life a bit nicer, but to me, GTNH, adding it just feels wrong. I don't think it should be in here, so I don't add it, but at the same time, I still have that feeling of like, maybe I should, maybe I shouldn't, and I just end up not doing it, because I just don't think it belongs in here, because to me, the Greg Tech experience is partially the pain of dealing with not having, you know, Vein Miner. It's partially not being able to do stuff the way that you particularly like to, because they're technically faster, but the thing is, by playing it in that way of, you know, not speeding it up, with Vein Miner, it gives you a bigger sense of reward, and also it helps you to prepare for later on, where you will be suffering a heck of a lot due to stuff. Alright, so this is where we're going to start. So slash del home 2 slash set home 1. Okay. This is where we begin. So we need to go down. Okay. I don't... Ooh, that doesn't seem like it. Okay, so this is where I don't know too much about. I kind of do, but I don't. So there is a specific room that we're looking for. Alright, come here. So we need to find this room, and you can find it on map, which is partially what I'm trying to do, but the map is being a bit of a bitch because of the way that it is. Alright, just gonna play it safe this whole time, just because, you know, I'm gonna play it safe and risky. Okay, sick. Whoa, you buddy. Fucking giant skeleton. Ah, me don't like ye. Me running back. Alright, let's eat up. Come on. Come back here. Come on. Alright, we can get him from here. There we go. Sorry if I'm just being quiet as well. Just trying to focus not to die more than anything. Like, I know I have home back here, but honestly kind of just want to try and not die. Alright, there we go. Yeah, the reason I'm not breaking spawners is they take forever to break. It's not really worth it. So, yeah, I'm not even gonna try. Honestly, it's probably worth dumping stuff at home and then coming back. Yeah, let's get rid of that. So slash spawn. Let's go put some stuff away, and then we'll come back and we'll continue along. So what we can do is dump this away, these away, that doesn't matter. That can go. Keep the bed on me. Get rid of that, keep those, and that. And yeah, I think we're good with that. So slash home 1. Alright. Let's continue along with this. So there's some chests to loot, and then once I've looted them, I can check the what's his name? The map more to see if I can see what I need, because it's not being too kind to me currently, showing me the way that it is, but it's not terrible. Okay, so let's go back and loot this chest. There's a backpack, there's some paper, coal. I won't even worry about the garden. That's more food. Leather's nice, that's nice. That's another thing that's nice. Some books. Pants. Yep, okay. Here, zombie. Oh, there you are. Okay, there we are. He's dead. That's that. Woolen clay, interesting. Amethyst. I don't even know. Oh, oh, okay, that's interesting. Give me those. Lunch bag. Yeah, we could take the sticks. I might take some of this as just like building blocks to protect myself when I need it. Let me do this. fortune book. It's just a fortune 1, so not gonna bother. Take that. That. Knock back. Yeah. Give me the arrows as well. Okay. It's also a screwdriver, might as well. Okay, so this one's safe. So what we can do now is we can block off this to kind of represent that we've gone there. Break this. Pretty sure this one's trapped in some way. I don't think that chest is trapped. I'm not making a mistake to check. Maybe not. Give me that, give me that, give me that, give me that, give me that. Yeah, we'll take these juices because different foods. Figures. Have this, okay. What is in here? There's that. Give me torches because I definitely need some more with what's going to be occurring here. We'll take the flint because I'm actually going to be needing it soon because we're going to be doing some actual progression in the coming moments, it seems. If we get lucky. Otherwise, I'm going to have to go searching again for another one of these structures. In here? What is in here? There's that. Take that, give me that. Yeah, okay, and I think we're good. So that's that area done completely. So we've closed this off basically. Now on the map, how can I do this? Can't really see it well on the map, unfortunately. Do I need to hold up? Let me try something. Oh, there's more dungeon over this way. Where's this lead? Oh, it leads to that. Okay. I don't really see what I need. What we're gonna do is actually do the tunneling method. So what we do is we're gonna tunnel down a bit. The blocks are going into here, which is nice, I guess. Give me them. So we're gonna tunnel down a bit, place a block over our heads, place down a torch. We need to get down to at like certain points. The map will kind of update and show us like more underground, which it seems like it has. Okay. There is... Oh, is that the room there? Hold up. I think that actually is it. Hold up. Where is that? That is right there. I could be wrong, but I think that is the room. Nope, not dealing with you. Not dealing with you. Fuck off. We're just gonna dig over to that room now. Because I believe that actually is the room. I believe that is what I'm looking for. I could be wrong. No, it's further over there than I thought. Maybe I go this way. Alright, now what we do is break this. Come on. Oh, you're a, like, strong one. You got a bunch of health. Brutish zombie is what you are, okay. You. And... Alright, take it down. Okay, we're now in another room again, so let's do this. Let me chuck some of these blocks on the ground, because they go into my backpack, it seems. Some of them do, at least. That's a Fortune 2 book. I mean, would technically be useful, but I'm not going to yoink it. That's a lot of arrows. That's wood. That's also wood. There's some sticks. Ooh, glass. That's actually really useful. There's actually a decent amount of stuff in here that's quite useful. But it's not getting me closer to over there, so I actually need to go that way. It's also there's some iron in here as well. Ooh. Honestly, I need to go drop stuff off, it seems. Let's go back to spawn and dump some stuff away, because goddamn. I need to get to that room, but I also, you know, there's good loot, so I want to do that as well. Some really good loot for where I'm at, I think. Let's put those away. Put that away. Alright. We'll keep only a stack of arrows on me. I don't need a huge amount. Turn 1. Okay. Actually, wait. Okay. Too late now. Oh, wait. No, maybe here, because I want that, what's his name? I want the, I can't think of the name of it. That iron, which I'm pretty sure actually is here still. Also noticing I don't have any, like, I'm low on torches, and I need more. And I dropped my stuff for torches back there, which is kind of unfortunate. Let me, let's see what we have here to work with, because I don't particularly want to have to go back. Yeah, let's forget about that. Last stand and breaking prot 1. Yeah, I'll yoink those and use those. Yeah, no, don't care about anything there. Okay, so, yeah, the iron is here, perfect. Give me the sand, I guess. Actually, no, forget the sand. Give me the paper. Okay. Let's... I need more torches. I need torches. Can I... Yeah, I can go back. Let's go back and then come back, because I need torches. Coal. Yes, and I also have sticks and wood, which I should keep. We will... Where is it? I have 2 of these. Let's just keep one of them here. This and this. Okay, and the other thing is, the iron that I do have, can I just make a pick like this, or no? Yeah, no, I actually have to do the sheets, right? I need an iron plate, a file, and a hammer. Do I... Nah, I'll live without it. Alright, come on. So we got some more torches. We should be good now. Yeah, let's just continue along. This is... I really think that room is it, because it's a hidden room is the thing. Like, it's hidden from all the others. You can't exactly just, you know, explore and see it. You actually have to kind of know where it is and the patterns for it. And the best way is just on the map like this. Okay, there is basically nothing here. Give me this, give me this, give me this. Melon juice. Potion regen, instant health regen, you're not sure. Okay, I need... So the other thing is it could be down. It could be part of the room below. Which honestly I'm thinking maybe it is. There's a creeper there. Fuck. It's over that way. So kind of where this creeper is. So what we do is this. Snipe the motherfucker. Okay, we're gonna do this. This. I hear a bunch of spiders, which I don't like the sound of. Oh, you're a fucking small creeper, Jesus. Go. No, don't need that. And I'm quite close to it now. Okay, so let's... Another backpack, sick. Milk. There's a helmet, because I don't have one. This. Let's actually get rid of these potions. I don't really need them. Ooh, those looks like some better leggings. Yeah, let's yoink those. Give me some redstone. String's always useful. Give me these. Okay, let's get over to it. So we're about to find out where it is. Whether it be up higher, down lower, or not. Because it shows that it's, like, higher when I place it down, but at the same time not. Maybe it's easier coming this way, so if I go back... Oh, what the fuck? I don't know where that came from, but I'm blocking that off just in case it was there. So was it... Is it about this one? No, back one, so here? Yes. Yes, there it is. That's what we're looking for. We got it. We got the enchanting table, boys. We got it. Holy shit. Enchanting table. Oh my god. We have it. We have the first piece of the puzzle. Holy shit. Oh my god. I was kind of at a point where I wasn't thinking I was gonna get it this stream. Holy shit. We have it. We actually have it. Damn. Okay, so slash spawn. Holy shit. Okay, we're in need of one last thing. Holy fuck. Oh my god, I can't believe that. I genuinely can't believe that. I'm kind of speechless. I was not expecting to be able to get this stream. Or get this stream after the way things were going. Holy shit. Oh my god. Okay, let's keep some of these on this because we still need to go exploring. We have one piece of the puzzle. We still need more though. Holy shit. Yeah. Yeah, okay. I'm just trying to think, because I could go off exploring from where I am here at spawn, because we need to find the, what's his name? The sigil at the moment, and the sigil is probably gonna be best found... Yeah, hold up. There looks to be one over... Yeah, you know what? Slash home 1. We're gonna go there. We'll go there. Holy shit. I got the fucking enchanting table, because it's not guaranteed. That is not a guaranteed spawn. It is only a chance. So just because you find this structure doesn't mean you get this. It's not guaranteed. Keep that in mind if you're doing this yourself as well. But we got it. We got the enchanting table. Okay, so yeah, no, that is not what I'm looking for. Holy shit. Holy shit. Okay. Because that's like... See, I would consider that the harder one, because I've had more luck trying to get the Division Sigil than I have trying to get, what's his name? This structure in other worlds. So, this is a bit weird that I managed to get that before I did Division Sigil. So, let's continue along. We need to go find the Division Sigil now. Holy shit. Oh, that is 10 out of 10. I'm so happy with that. Alright, let's continue along then. If we find the Division Sigil, we're set. We're good. We don't have to worry. Fuck yeah. The only thing is we're gonna have to be kind of cautious when it comes to getting the Division Sigil activated, because we're also gonna spawn a bunch Cursed Earth, and honestly, it's not really something I can truly handle just yet. So, yeah, something we kind of have to worry about. Dude, that's insane to me that I got that. God damn. See, I'm unsure about how I'm gonna do it in this series as well, is the thing of the quest book. Because the quest book is weird. it is quite useful. It's good. And the one thing that I very much agree with after going through it, and I plan on doing in my other worlds for a reason I'll come back to, is the quest book isn't that great when it comes to trying to guide you through the game. The ways that it teaches you to do stuff aren't always the best, and honestly, a lot of the time, it's really inefficient. So by following along through it, it's honestly kind of, not too great. And as you see at the moment, I'm kind of not caring too much about the quest book. Partially because, like, I'm trying to do this, but partially also because, like, I just... I don't know. I just don't think it's as good as I originally used to think. The rewards from it, like... it's a mixed bag, because the thing is, right? For the loot bags, to add fortune to them to make them good, to me, is a bit of a pain, because to be able to get fortune books easily, you're gonna be well past where they're actually, like, good, so it makes it real annoying. And also, steel pick tool, this tool can't mine anything, it can only be, that's unfortunate. Also got some blaze rods. Block of steel? Damn. Damn. So yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna follow along the quest book, in this. I will, like, to a degree, like, obviously go along. But I don't think I will like I would normally. And the other thing is, like, the other rewards other than, like, loot bags, they're good, but they're also not great. Is that one of the things up there? Yeah, it is. So yeah, it's a bit of a oddball whether or not I'm gonna be doing that. If I find one of the gardens along the way, it doesn't matter which one, I'm gonna yoink it. Oh, actually, wait, I don't need to worry just yet, because I have a bunch of these different foods. I forgot about that. Alright, so... will this one contain what I'm looking for? We need a vision sigil game. Come on. Damn. Get some burgers. Some other stuff that's pretty decent, which is nice. Knowledge note, hardcore ender expansion, yeah, don't give a shit. Alright, so we need to find more of those now. Because that's the structure that I know contains them, guaranteed. But any other structures, I don't know what can, what can't contain them. So, I'm just mainly going for that, because that's what I know contains it. Cosmic meatballs, rainbow curry, silver ingot. Sure. So, let's continue along then. Ideally, we don't want to be in biome like this. We want more of the flat, plains areas, no real trees, and can be easy to see around. I mean, snow biome, like I said, it's good but bad, because you can't see it from on map as easily, but you can technically view it easier when you're exploring around, because you can see it pretty well. Yeah, we'll do it. Ideally, we want desert, or just flat plains area, but we'll do it. We'll do this. No, didn't mean to do that. I want this. Give me the delight. There's those wolves I don't want to be near. There's some there as well. Oh, that one's buffed. Oh, please get away. Thank you. So there's one of those ones which has the cultists, which we're not looking for. We're looking for just the one that has items. Is that one over there? No, I just, out of my vision looked weird for it. Okay. Just gonna continue along. Hopefully we can get lucky. Hopefully we don't have to do a huge amount more exploring for this, because I'm very surprised that I haven't found the division sigil first, because that's normally quite easy, and normally these structures are a bit more abundant than what I'm dealing with. Like, I tend to find a shit ton of them in some of my worlds. there is one other thing I can do, and I'm debating it at the moment. You know what? I'm pretty sure. Oh, I unlocked another hut. I'm pretty sure I know of one more structure that can contain it. And there's one over there. It's these trees, and I don't really particularly want to deal with them. Where is it? Yep, do that. Alright. Oh, it's under... Fuck. And my pick broke. Piece of shit. I wish I could craft a better pickaxe right now, but I can't. I can only do wooden without needing to do a bunch of shit. Oh, yeah, that's gonna be... Nah, hold up. Slash del... actually, wait, no, I have a way around. Hold up, never mind. I just break the chest. I didn't think about that. Steel boots compared to these? Yeah, sure. Yeah, we're just gonna go through for a bunch of these trees, because I'm pretty sure these trees can contain it as well. So if we just continue along exploring for those two, basically, we should be good. Also, I don't want the fucking CD, piss off. I'm gonna need to go back and drop stuff off as well. So, that's something I need to do. Yeah, that's cultist one, piss off. It's a village over there, don't really give a shit about it. Yeah, I'm honestly surprised the villagers aren't as good as, you know, like, I mean, you know, I kind of expect them to nerf the villagers. That kind of makes sense. Villagers are pretty powerful at times, but, like, compared to everything else, they are just piss poor. They are shit. So I'm surprised they're just, like, not good in any sense compared to anything else. Let me run over here. I'm gonna sleep the night away. Honestly, I'm debating, because of where I am so far, whether I just try and get the healing axe this stream. Because originally, I was kind of like on the edge of if I could do it or not. But because of where I am now, part of me wants to do it. Because the thing is, that enchanting table, the luck that I managed to get with that is insane. That is by far should have been the hardest part of this. I shouldn't have gotten that before the division sigil, but I did. So now I'm wondering whether I just spend the time to get this, because I have definitely a boost in confidence after that, because that is the harder one done. I'm just very surprised, like I said, that I haven't gotten the division sigil yet. That should have been the easier one to get. So, yeah, debating. Ow, stupid fucking dog. There's another brick house over there. Do I want to go label it? Nah. I don't think I'm going to label this one. I have enough of them. I have 3, and, like, it's quite far out for this one. So I won't bother. Has that one got cobwebs? No, it doesn't have cobwebs. Okay, so it's not one of the ones that can contain it. Because you need to, for those trees, if you want the ones that have the chest under it, you need to look for the ones that have cobwebs on it. If they don't have cobwebs, they don't have anything useful other than the tree itself. Which, I'll most likely be... I don't know, I want to do some buildings, like, with the building in here. I don't know what I want to do, because I want to do something, like, wooden-esque and all that with the Great Oak, because I love the Great Oak. But at the same time, I don't, because I like kind of like the modern build style, or like kind of industrial build style for Greg Tech. Fits in very well, and I like it a lot more at the moment. So yeah. Wow. Yeah, I'm not going up there for that. You can fuck right off. Absolutely not. Oh no. This may be the end. Shit. There's no exit here. I'm dead. There's nothing I can do. No, there's nothing I can do. It's over. Come on. Yeah, no, I can't deal with that. Alright. Shit. Shit, wait, did I have the enchanting table on me? Oh shit, did I have that on me? If I did, I'm fucked. If I had that enchanting table on me, I'm fucked. Thank God I didn't. Actually, thank God I didn't. Because... holy fuck. Yeah, no, that's... Yep, that's the second time that's ever happened to me, motherfucker, and I don't have a bed anymore. That is a hungry nerd. Yeah, fuck. I'm not even gonna... Damn it. Damn it. Damn you. Motherfucker. Fucking hungry nerds. Eat my fucking taint, you piece of shit. Eat my taint. Slash home 1. We're gonna... Damn. All those items... There's a slight chance that they're there. They're probably not, because hungry nerds eat blocks and they suck you in. So it's probably just, you know, voided all my items, which... Yeah, okay, whatever. Whatever. Let's just go and try find, this structure then. God fucking damn it. I need to... I know where one of the bed things is. I know where a few are, but none of them are really close, aren't they? Where's that brick one compared to spawn? Hold up. Brick vein, where's spawn? There's brick vein 1, and there's spawn, so it's decently... Oh, but that's the... Oh, wait, no, that one would have my old bed. Yeah, that's annoying. That is really annoying. We're gonna go this way, I think. Damn it. Fucking hungry nerds. I just thought that was broken ice there. I didn't fucking think. I hate hungry nerds, man. Because you... Like, at this point in the game, like, with what I have, you can't... Like, as far as I know, you cannot escape it. The only way that you could escape it is by breaking it. But your breaking speed to break it isn't fast enough. So... You're just fucked, as far as I know, when it comes to hungry nerds. I don't think there's anything you could do to escape one. Like, I genuinely, like, someone prove me wrong. There may be something I don't know about with them, because they are something I haven't messed around with too much, or know a huge amount about, other than, you know, they fuck up everything and fuck you up. So if there's something that you may know about it, please let me know, because... as far as I know, you find a hungry nerd and you're like that, you're fucked. There's just nothing you can do. So, yeah, that was thrilling. God damn it. Okay, I guess I need to find a new bed, and I also need to find, the Vision Sigil. Damn. That is unfortunate. Very unfortunate. And the thing that makes it worse is that a hungry node would have been even harder to recognize, because there's not a shit ton of blocks around it. There's just that ice. It just would look like deformed ice, like it did there. Which, you know, you're gonna see in ice biomes. It's, yeah. If it was something that was, like, in the center of where I'm at, like, or over where this land is, you'd recognize it a lot easier, a lot more. But because of where it was, no, I didn't recognize or see it. That is very unfortunate. That is one of the downsides of exploring in GTNH. Hungry nerds. Motherfucker. There's a desert up here. That brings some joy, I guess, because it's a pretty good chance at me finding what I'm looking for. Hi. God damn it. God damn it. That's very, very sad. Oh well. let's just continue along, I guess. Hopefully, I can get this and be over and done with. If I could just... Honestly, if I don't even get a bed, if I just find the division sigil in structure up here, I think I'd be happy enough, because that's all, like, I really want at the moment, is the division sigil. That's not one of the ones we're looking for, that is one of the cultist ones. Alright, come on. I haven't got any food on me. I should have picked up some of the, gardens if I saw some along the way. Speaking of which, there's a garden. Eat what I can from it. Okay, let's get up this. So far, there's only the one thing on map, which is the one down there, which I already know isn't a chest one, so it's useless. Oh, there's a village over there. Okay, that's kind of nice, I guess. We'll go over to that after. We do a bit more exploring of this desert. Come on, there's gotta be some more of them, right? Are we just gonna not get lucky with this desert at all? Damn. It's also kind of shitty desert, it's very hilly. I think... Oh, I see one of those goddamn dungeons that was just as we entered the desert again. There's two of them here. I think, at least I'm near this village, because I can at least spend the night there, because I don't have a bed now. I can't remember if that... I don't think that structure has a bed, no. Alright, let's get down to this village. I also need to see if there's some food around it, because I don't have the food that I had now. Oh well. Oh, there's a chest. Okay, come on. Come on, game. Division sigil. Please. Please, division sigil. Damn it. Let's yoink it. Ooh, Iron Bucket is actually real nice. I'm not even gonna bother about the millionaires. They don't fucking mean shit, honestly. On the way down, if I see any gardens, I should break them, because I need food. No, those aren't gardens. Those are just plants. That's a garden. I don't think any of these can contain beds, is the thing, so I think I just have to kind of go through the night. I can get a new crafting table, at least. Fuck off, villager. Really, you ran into me, stopping my breaking, having to... Nah, screw you. Screw you guys. They stopped me from breaking it, and then started doing whatever the shit they're doing to stopping me from breaking it again. Okay. Let's grab this. Yeah, I don't care about the drones. There's 0 beds, man. That kind of really sucks. Because now I have to sit through the night again. Oh well, I guess. This is a pain. We shouldn't be in this situation, but we are, because the game decided you had too much luck and wanted to remove my existence. Oh, well. It is what it is. We're very close to the objective. This is definitely a setback, and it's, very annoying, but it is what it is. Damn, I don't know if I'm gonna get this stream now because of that, because it's definitely a big setback now, and I have to wait through night yet again, and I have to get another bed and all this other shit. What the heck? Right, something struck lightning down. Alright, honestly... You know, let's get up here. So... Alright, I'm gonna end stream here now. We got in some crazy progress. We also got fucked up here at the end. It's pretty funny, but also pretty fucking annoying. So, thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed this little interesting stream, and part of the new series I'll be doing.